right, you guys ready? Sure, you can say something. This is the fun part, right?
Mm-hmm. 1, 1, 1. I don't hear myself.
Okay. Try now. Keep saying.
1. Yeah.
Okay.
That
How about,
works.
go ahead.
We're up.
Go. Come on.
We're up.
We need to adjust that mic maybe a little bit towards you. Maybe. I don't know.
Better?
Try it again.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
better. It's me.
Ah, yes. Look, we got an audience and everything. Studio audience.
I love that.
Yes. See, I told you I wasn't playing, Angie. Told you. Welcome to the next episode of The End, and I have my co-host with me finally.
Hello.
Angie Jerez. How are you?
Hey, I like that you say that. It is.
Yeah, I got a little fake Dominican in me.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yes, and then for our guest this week, we have my homie,
The official.
T.J LaRue.
Yay.
What's going on, lady?
Just living, enjoying,
Yes.
making it through.
Are you still nervous?
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
So
we making it.
It's funny, right? Because she was nervous, and I wasn't going to say anything at first, but then I thought it was actually dope because despite being nervous, she's here, and she never complained. She was like, all right, I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to be here.
The whole way, I'm like, in my head, like, oh, my God, we're doing this. I'm nervous. What do you want me to do? Where do you need me to be? Okay.
Right. Which in turn almost made me nervous because I'm like, I don't want to set her up for failure.
She needs to stop being nervous because when she starts going to TV, where there's also going to be, camera, not just voice.
You give me the written word, and I'm all in. Like, there's no fear, there's no nervous, there's nothing that's off limit for me to talk about, but give me time to think about what's coming up, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, okay. But
Right.
Brandon's good. He knows from the door, like, our conversations, our history, so if he says this is what we're doing, all right, just tell me when.
Look at that. See? I love it. All right, audience. All right. So Angie, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You feeling? Angie made the trek down here from North Jersey. We're not gonna put her exact location out because the first picture I posted of her, like we worked on something.
Yeah.
Man, people was blowing my Instagram up. Yo, who's that? Who's
Really?
that? Who's that? Is she
What
single?
picture is this?
I think from Comic-Con.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a fun day.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It didn't end very well, but it was a fun day.
No, it was.
I might need to hear more about that.
I got hit by a car. Long story short, I got hit by a car, literally.
She literally got hit by a car, and I'm still like.
You still get flashbacks?
Dressed as Storm.
To make it comical.
Yes, yeah. Dressed as Storm. See, what had happened was, right? So we went to Comic-Con, right? We got there late. So by the time we got there, it was over, right? And so
it was almost over, yeah.
No, it was over. It was done. Like there was no booths or anything, right? So, but she was doing this thing.
You were there.
It was a whole cool bit, right, that she was working on. It was like, I'll try it. Yeah, I'll try it. And it was like, I'll go to Comic-Con. So we're there. And blah,
dressed
blah.
up as Storm.
As Storm. So we go, we take some footage, all that good stuff. And then afterwards, we go and we get some pizza, right? It's real good. And it's time to catch an Uber to catch your train. Now, mind you, we already had adventures. Like our train got stopped, so we had to take another train. It was already mad confusing to get there. So then we get there. So we had the pizza. It's all good. And she calls an Uber. We're waiting for the Uber. The Uber shows up. And the guy, I guess he was moving his car up or something. No.
He was at a light. He was at a light.
The light was red. And the light turned green.
It was about to turn green, and I didn't want him to just leave or make him wait while the light was green. So I ran to the car, but I tripped and stumbled into traffic.
And met a bumper of a Jeep Cherokee. Yep. She goes down like a stunt woman. Stunt rolls in the street.
Underneath the car. Like, I saw myself underneath the car, and I just pulled my legs back.
Yeah. Like, and this is, I was like, which avenue? It was a major avenue, right?
It was like 43rd and 9th?
Yeah. And so she goes down. First thing she says, where's my phone? phone. Like, your phone's right there. Are you okay?
You guys might need to blog more about your adventures.
Oh my God.
Just be safe next time.
Yeah.
You know, I think I did write about that.
Yeah. Did you?
I did.
Gosh, man. Hold on. This is laughter. Forgot the laughter. I got the laughter. Audience. So she's like, every time we've gotten together, something happens. The last time, someone close to the family died. After we finished recording. Oh, my God,
yes.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I want to hang out with her anymore because every time.
This is going to be a good day. Everyone's going to part ways and be safe and well.
You're right. Absolutely.
I'm going to keep my eye on you.
Right. I'm like, I don't,
Well, maybe I should keep my eye on you.
Oh, because, no. I got good energy. I have great energy. I don't know. None of these things happen unless she's around. So
maybe it's when we're together.
It's too much energy.
It's
too much energy.
I feel like it's John Hancock. Remember Will Smith's movie? Like his powers got weaker and she got stronger. Right when they got close. So I don't know. But in this case, shit happens.
And it's crazy shit. It's crazy.
Right. So that's what happened. But enough about that and our shenanigans, right? We're here for...
You can talk about my shenanigans?
Your shenanigans.
Yes.
And your book. And what is your book called?
It is called Sinful Pleasures.
Yes.
This is my baby.
Damn, even the title is good. It's like, I want to read that.
It is
Sinful
awesome.
Pleasures.
It is.
It is every bit of that.
It really is. So
every bit.
I so what sparked you to...
First of all, I haven't read the book, so can you tell us what the book is about a little bit?
Well, why don't we do this? Why
don't we give you a sample of what it's about?
Okay, sure. That would be great.
Let's do that.
Yes.
And I worked this out, and let's see.
And we're going to give you a sample, and I want to know honestly. I want to catch your true emotions as he's giving it to you.
Look at that. See how she said that? You see how she said that? Just, all right.
So, come on, go ahead.
Well, you lost my place here, right?
She's ready for it.
I know. She really is, right? So, okay, here we go. Are you ready? Watch this. If I can get my equipment right, because I actually did some things here. I put some effort in this because this is how much I believe in your project,
I appreciate that. I truly do.
So I'm going to set the mood, right? All right. Holy crap.
Uh-oh.
The next thing Kelly knows, the stranger is apologizing for talking her head off. She tells Kelly the only reason she came in here for a breather. The guys at the bar are boring her to death with all of their pickup lines. The stranger moves to the mirror next to her. Kelly's relieved that she stepped back a little. For a moment, there was a fire between them, and she wasn't sure why. The stranger informs Kelly the string on the back of her shirt is dangling and offers to fix it. Sure, that's fine, says Kelly. She steps over towards Kelly and she looks away, avoiding her glance. Kelly feels her gently pressing her body close. The stranger leans in, breathing on her neck. Kelly's body loses control and starts to shiver. She looks up, causing their eyes to lock. The stranger's eyes are mesmerizing. Her hands feel so soft that she unties Kelly's shirt.
Ooh.
It slips down a little and exposes her ample breast. Kelly's breathing quickens. She stands unsure what to do as a woman's hand glides down her chest. The stranger pulls Kelly's shirt back up slowly. Once again, Kelly tries to turn away from her stare, but she caught her eyes in the mirror. Watching on as she grazed Kelly's nipple with her hand, Kelly lets out a soft moan. She can't control herself. The stranger playfully whispers, "Oops, my bad," in Kelly's ear. Kelly looks away again, embarrassed and turned on as hell. Her pussy is throbbing. She didn't know what to do. Kelly is close to losing her mind. She tries to open her mouth to apologize, but the stranger has her finger up to Kelly's mouth. That's it. I'm not giving it.
Let's give you a little bit.
Whoa.
Right.
How is that not a bestseller already?
And that's from the start.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where's my copy?
Oh, see, look at that.
Thank you.
She got to sign it.
I'm going to sign, but I definitely want you to finish that.
I am going to.
Yeah. So, yeah. How'd that make you feel?
Wow. Now, Tanya.
Yes.
All right, how do you get inspired to write this?
I'm going to tell you, it's that part sitting, I can remember the day I wrote that clearly. Probably wasn't the right place to write it because I was sitting at my son's football game on the side of the practice on the side of the field.
Yeah, but your mind was definitely somewhere else.
It wasn't there. I wasn't in mom mode then, and I wrote it on a Sidekick, T-Mobile Sidekick.
Oh, wow.
So I did all of that on a phone.
So it was a couple of years ago.
Many years ago. So that's kind of what I really like about this, that I started this journey years ago, and to be here now, and it's still something that everyone loves to read, and they want more.
Actually, she was talking about how she loved to read, and you're a fast reader.
So when I started writing this, it honestly came because two parts with this. Challenge from my friends because they love hearing all the crazy stories of all the shenanigans that happen in my daily world. And two, I love to read. And it got to a point that I was running through books like a mad woman. And then it got to a point that I started predicting what was coming next. So my friends were like, look, do something. You can do this. And
so you're saying you were reading the books and you already knew.
I started predicting exactly what was going to come next.
Wow.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. So what type of books were you reading?
I read all books. So the last one that really pushed me, I was reading, it was an erotic novel. And I could tell you exactly what was coming next. And I also read that book in an hour.
Wow.
So I reached my point with it.
Okay. All right. So how much of Kelly is Tanya and how much of Tanya is Kelly?
And I'm sure she gets that question a lot.
This is my favorite question, honestly, because it amazes me that, honestly, Kelly is 0% me at all. But with Kelly, I see her. She could be one of my friends. So every character in that book, as I started writing it, I could see them clearly. I could see their daily lives, everything that their emotions. I see it, I feel it.
Do you ever write about your own experiences or about yourself?
I tried.
You've tried.
I've tried. And honestly, I don't think people would believe what was my real life.
Really?
Yeah, I try to write it. It just doesn't. I don't know if it's just because it's me writing it. It doesn't translate well. I've even written stories for friends about them. I can do that, but I can't write about myself.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Usually people, like, when they write songs and things like that, if they go through a breakup, they write it and they're more inspired because they're going through that breakup and it's about themselves. Taylor Swift, for example, she's always writing things that happen to her.
Right.
But you're saying you can't write about yourself.
I think I'm too critical when it comes.
I don't believe that. I just find that hard. I do believe it, but I'm just saying. So Tanya has never found herself in, let's say, a TGI Fridays waiting for her girls, and
I have found myself in TGI Fridays always late. So I will say, me being late, and that is me. That's hands down me. But the encounters that she's had,
okay,
Kelly's had some encounters that I haven't. So
okay,
she's had a life. That's a good one.
Sounds like a great one.
Yeah, but sounds
so
like
maybe is that an alter ego, like something that maybe you wanted to live or want for yourself?
I don't know if I want her alter ego because she pays a heavy price.
Oh, okay.
For going into that world.
Okay, yeah.
She pays a heavy price for it. So,
yeah.
It's I was actually reading the book when I did some extra work, and so I'm sitting there waiting to be called to work, and I'm sitting there like
the extra work. We're gonna go back to that.
Yeah, we are.
Just drop little pieces here and there, and keeps going.
Hey, I'm just saying. So, and I'm just reading the book, and I'm like, probably getting a little flush.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and it was like a 12-hour thing, and I was like in hour one. I'm like, it's gonna be a long day with these things floating in my mind. So, good job.
I'm glad that, as you see from, was it the second page?
Listen, when you read a book that you can actually feel,
Yeah.
that's a good book.
It's very
That's
visceral.
That's a good book.
It's very visceral. I must admit. And so I'm an audiobook guy. I fall asleep when I have to read. It's just always been that way. So, no, I wasn't sleepy. You know, I was looking around in the casting room like,
A lot of people don't read it. I always tell them.
Got me on the wrong mindset.
right.
I tell people that all the time. Be careful where you're reading it at. Just gonna give you that warning. I'm sorry. Like the comment and the feedback that I got from people, it blows my mind. They're like, "Do you realize what I had to do?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I guess." But did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I mean, don't apologize for being great.
It's funny to hear them say because they're so. Oh my gosh, I read that and you wrote that and this is the effect that it had on me. I can't believe that happened. I actually had someone say, it's making me question my orientation.
Oh,
yeah?
really?
Yes.
Look at you.
Yes.
Look at you exposing people.
So I was like, ooh, I'm just saying.
That is awesome.
Everyone that's listening, you need to get this book.
So
oh my God.
Yeah, how do they procure a copy?
So it's on Amazon Books. You can go right on Amazon.com. You can go directly to my website, TJLaRue.com.
Okay. What about your social medias? I'm going to give you another opportunity to say it, but
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, social media, TJ LaRue.
Okay, and that is LARUE. There you go. Okay, so you ready for these standard interview questions?
I am so ready. Let's go. Hold on, let me brace myself because who knows what's coming down the fire.
Here we go. All right, so
I'm just playing.
As I stated in the last podcast, if this is your first one, we have come up with 8 standard questions that we're going to ask all our guests, and this gives you guys an opportunity to figure out see how people's operate. Most people do have dreams, and there's things they want to do. They have lofty goals, and they get in their own way. They don't try. So these are the people that are doing it. They're trying it. And you don't have to be on Beyonce, Jay-Z level to have success. There's a lot of people living awesome lives, living on a scale that you wouldn't even, they're under the radar, but they're doing it. They're living their dream. And as Tanya can attest, she's happy, right?
I am beyond happy. This is a dream that I didn't even imagine for myself. So to be able to sit here and see where it's going, and then got a couple other things that are
right. I mean, but it starts. It's just the first step is always the hardest. So these questions, you guys pay attention. Listen to the answers and see how they apply to you, and go forward. So, first question: what motivates you in your professional career?
That's a good one. Because when I started, honestly, it was not to be a true writer. It was just as an escape, an outlet from my day-to-day. Backstory, stay-at-home mom, home daycare. So my life was 24/7 kids and family, and my first priority was just to my family. Finally decided, all right, like I said, friends would challenge me, go ahead and write. So I would just do it for fun, just a way to be connected to others and we could enjoy and laugh and talk about. That's where I started from. Just being able to share what I can do with others was what motivated me.
Okay. All right, cool. Hey, shout that out. Yeah, I mean, that's a great answer. You doing all right? All right, so question number 2. Was there a particular moment that woke you up and caused you to throw caution to the wind to aggressively bet on yourself? Like
this past year, I just truly, honestly said, fuck it, and said, step into who you really are and own it. Up and down this past year, dealing with family issues, things come out of the woodwork that you have no idea that will happen to you and can challenge you and almost break you to a sense. But I knew that I still always had my outlet, which was writing. When things got heavy and day to day, I could always find a pen and a piece of paper.
Okay.
I could always, like I said, jump into that other world and create. And once I created again, I would share with others who needed that same. They couldn't write, but they needed to read for their outlet.
Absolutely.
I just kept it going. But this past year, and I had a lot of people supporting me, who knew what this meant to me, that finally said, you know what, this is the moment. This is it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good. What has been unexpectedly difficult about your professional journey as a writer, and what has been unexpectedly easy?
Overcoming, I'm incredibly shy.
Surprise.
A lot of people don't believe that. Once you get to know me, first minute we met, I got to hug you.
Yep.
Because once I get over that, then I'm out of my shell. I'm fine.
Okay. So what has been easy?
Getting out of that shell, surprisingly, just stepping into, all right, I'm doing this. Just receiving the compliments from people has gotten a lot easier for me because I have to keep telling myself, yeah, I wrote a book. Not only did I write a book, I published a book.
Yep.
Yes, you did.
I published a book that people like. So being able to own that was huge for me. It's gotten a lot easier.
All right. Okay. All right. So in what ways, good or bad, has your life changed since the publishing of your book?
I've gotten a lot of, you're going to help me write my book. I need to write a book. I'm writing a book too.
What are the steps? So how do you do it?
And I don't mind sharing. This is a fine line because I don't mind sharing because when I first started, I didn't have a lot of people to help me along the way and tell me what those steps look like.
Right.
So I want to be able to share what I've learned and what I've learned not to do. But at the same time, you realize that the people that are asking you for that help necessarily aren't supporting you as well.
No, they're hopping on the bus. They're getting on the Tanya train. And, they're being lazy. And especially it's frustrating when they weren't there.
No.
They weren't with you shooting in the gym.
They weren't in the gym. And when I tell you, I've been in it for a long time. Honestly, this book I started 10 years ago. 10 years ago I started this. And I'm still able to deliver material that's relevant today.
Which is awesome. On your T-Mobile sidekick.
On my T-Mobile sidekick, sitting on the side of that football field with all those bugs and him running up in the field. Look, Mom. And I'm like, yes, go, son.
Yeah. Because, heavy football mom. Just in the weeds with her son.
I was in it. Anything that my kids, do, I'm 100% all in. I'm family first. That is my big focus,
Okay. All right, cool. So the next question, what has been your greatest accomplishment and what has been your greatest mistake and how did you recover from that mistake? I feel like the book is your greatest accomplishment. So,
outside of family, definitely my, not necessarily, I wouldn't even say the book, but just, and we've had conversations about this. Honestly, I'm my biggest accomplishment because making myself a priority to say that I need to do this for me.
You hear that, people? Say that again. Say it again.
I am my biggest accomplishment. I know that I've got support from family and friends all the way around, but for a long time, until I stepped into it, I didn't believe it fully. I didn't think that it was actually going to get to this point until I finally said, this is it. This is me. I am T.J LaRue.
Sure as hell are, girl. I see you. I hear you. So, and that's, I think, one of the things that we all kind of get in our own way because we put ourselves on the back burner. And, you have to balance being giving versus being selfish. And if you want to get to the next level, you're going to have to, there's moments where you're going to have to be selfish.
You just said a key word right there, selfish. So this book was actually finished a long time ago. And everyone kept saying, well, when can I get a copy of it? When can I get it? And I said, on my birthday, I'm releasing Sinful Pleasures, my baby, my book, on my birthday because it's my gift to me.
Okay.
Yep.
And I get to share me with the world.
That is dope. All right, let's go to the next question. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice, how far back in time would you go? Like, what age would that be? And what would you tell the younger you?
Gosh, I can go back to any age. I mean, there's been so many moments where shoulda, coulda, woulda, done it a million different ways. But I think the whole thing goes back into, again, you know, you're talking about teenage years. I'm looking at my 20s, even in my 30s. Hell, in my 40s right now. Being that priority. Stop putting too much into others that aren't giving into you. Because I'm a Leo, so I've got a.
Ooh, I'm a Leo too.
You know, we've got that.
Gosh, here we go.
That bleeding heart. We're fierce, but we got that bleeding heart, and
Okay.
I've put in to others who just weren't worthy enough to receive it.
Okay. All right. Well, so we're gonna take a break. We're gonna regroup, and when we come back, we'll finish with the questions and move on to the rest of the program.
All right.
So yeah, don't go anywhere, and we'll see you on the other side. All right, and we are back. We're back. Breaks have happened, and thank you for staying with us. All right, so next question. Are you ready for the next
I'm
question?
ready.
Are you sure?
I'm ready.
Okay, so what goals are you working towards, and in what ways are you preparing yourself to tackle those goals?
So it took me a long time to finally come to terms with I'm a writer. And as I mentioned before, I had other people who were asking me along the way, can you help me? Can you help me? So we're in the process of launching TJL Publishing.
Oh, silky now.
When I say I committed to this, I'm 100%. And so like I mentioned, I do have plans. I have 2 other novels that are coming out. I have my collection of short stories that is coming out over the winter. And as everyone is asking, Sinful Pleasures Part 2.
Oh.
Okay.
And again, it's opening with a banger. They're not going to be ready for that first chapter.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's, I want to help others be able to put their gifts out into the world, too.
And that's a beautiful thing. And
Yes,
that's,
it is.
You know, that's the challenge. Like, you want to bring people with you. You want to give people
Yes.
the opportunities you would have loved to have when you were in their position. But you have to balance it against, your interest and making sure you don't get drugged down.
And that's the key thing. So I had to, and I'm not mad at anyone for not necessarily helping me along that way, because that's part of my process.
Right.
It lets me speak 100% to what I went through, what I learned along the way, and share that. And I've actually made great connections along the way that I probably wouldn't have had. If I released this many moons ago, I wouldn't have made those connections.
Yeah, so everything happens when it needs to happen.
And I truly believe that this is my time. I also believe that I wasn't able to receive it at that time. So I couldn't help anyone. And I probably could, but would I have wanted to?
Yeah.
They wouldn't have gotten all of me that they would get now. So I'm excited. I have a couple of people who have reached out to me, and we're putting things in motion. So,
And it's a great thing that you're trying to give back.
Yeah.
Because, you received the blessing and you're paying it forward.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And that's the key thing is, kind of goes back to that selfish moment. Yeah, I was selfish in order to get myself to this point.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Not at all. But in order for me to receive that, now I've got to share that. I don't want to keep all of this to myself, because I've learned some great things along the way.
Okay, hold that thought. All right, so last question. All right. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right. Life has decided to kick your ass with a major disappointment, heartbreak, career hit, etc., etc. What's the first thing you do to recover?
Oh, my God. I've had all of those. So I used to cry. I used to cry like a bitch. God knows I used to sit and cry. As soft as I am, I'm also hard, which is, I hate that when I would cry. But what I've learned is I sit still. I get quiet. Okay. I get real quiet, and I just start watching and observing. People will say, I listen to the words that they're going to say, but I'll start watching actions. I watch how things unfold around me. And I truly believe that I'll be shown what I need to see, so I'll know how to act, because I've learned to come to peace with things. This past year, I've definitely had that.
Okay. All right. You made it.
I made it. I did it.
I
did it. I'll do it again.
You do it again?
I'll do it for my next book.
There you go. I mean, we might just have to have you back just to have you back. How about that?
Yes, but you know what? We should do a reader segment
A reader segment?
Yeah.
Explain, por favor.
We'll have a segment where we get everyone who's done, just people can call in, leave comments, and we can, we can dissect that.
Because I have the technology.
Yes, you do.
They can call in and we can all do it through the phone.
Well, we can give a phone number. We got a Google phone number and one of our phones.
And you know what? We can even take anonymous post. DM me.
Oh,
exactly.
I want to know what you think.
Did you say DM?
DM me.
Oh my gosh! Because you know what? It's time for the next segment. That was beautiful, right? How did you? We didn't even work that out.
We did not.
That was just.
But I mean, that's where it goes down at. So
okay. So we have this segment here called "Going Down in the DM," and what we've all, well, not me, because no one blows my DM up unless it's like spam people, like they just want me. I had a chick yesterday that was like hit me up, and then she's like, "Do you go to, I think it's Meetup or one of the group chat things or whatever, I guess." Not WhatsApp. She was like, all right, well, you got a WhatsApp, because she was like, do you have a Group Me or something like that?
I do have Group Me. Group Me is good.
No,
it's
another
sometimes.
one. I can't remember what it's called. But as soon as she said that, I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go. So then we go to this joint, and then you're like, oh, I need your credit card number, and then we can do right. So I don't have none of that action. But I know you guys probably have had men in your DM hitting you up with unsolicited requests
all the time.
All the time.
Maybe
young guys too.
What kind of guys?
Young guys that I'm not even interested in looking at.
But
no.
Man, show you a good time for a night.
Until our curfew comes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at any rate, I have asked people to submit their down in the DM conversations, and because
I gotta submit a couple.
Yeah, I don't know why Angie didn't send me any, because I just known she would have had some. So
screenshot a couple and send them to you.
Yes. So we're gonna reenact the at least one, because I don't have that much in stock yet. So we're gonna do one, because what I want people to understand is when you write something. It may not seem so bad until you hear it out loud, until it's being said, and then you're like, God damn, that really sounded bad. So, Angie, last week, the guest had to do it. So, Tanya, you're off the hook. You don't have to do the acting. But my actress co-host here, because she is an actress, we're gonna have to do a whole episode, me interviewing her, so that the world gets to know who she is. We have to work that out. But yeah, we're going to start. I am the guy. She is the girl.
I am the girl.
She didn't want to switch because I was willing.
I like this.
I'm willing to take risk out here in these streets. All right, so let's go.
So this is the first DM. This is what started everything. The one you're going to start.
Yes, because I'm the guy on the script.
Okay.
Because we're not that good. We got to use scripts. All right. All right. Hey, are you as soft as you look? I'm curious.
Considering I told you I have a man, why would you ask me shit like that?
Does he love you?
Boy, bye. Yes, don't ask me again, no shit like that.
How does he say it? I'm curious, and why are you so mean? I'm glad you have a man. All gorgeous ladies should keep a chicken dinner around. I mean, they're convenient. Sheesh. You shouldn't get your panties in a ruffle when all I did was ask a few questions. God bless and good day, Miss Girl. Stay beautiful, my dear. Real shit.
Why do you want to know this stuff? It doesn't make sense.
Why do I want to know what? I'm lost.
You asked me, how does he say it? Why do you care how he says it to me? Do you not remember what you asked? What you just asked me?
I remember what I said, and yes, it is a question. Your response should have been, he shows it, but I don't really care. I was being nice. Like I said, God bless and good day. You're too beautiful to be this mean, Miss Girl. I apologize. Real shit.
I can get a whole attitude.
First off, I don't have to answer your questions. Not one person asked that questions unless for a person gained from it. We don't talk like that, so why ask that? Plus, you were inappropriate by asking me if I'm as soft as I look, as you were already being disrespectful starting off. And I wasn't being mean. I was being honest and upfront.
How was me asking you, are you soft as you look, disrespectful? That one lost me, and I apologize if you took anything that I said disrespectful. Real shit. I don't know if you know me, but I'm very respectful. So don't take anything I typed out of context. Real shit. I apologize, so excuse me for being so frank, because my name is Jack, but real shit, my fault. You got me running my mouth. I bet you're even more gorgeous when you're mad. Ha, 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 ha. You turn red, don't you? My fault again, because I'm a Toys R Us kid until the end. Only because shit's real where I'm from, so please disregard the childish stuff I say. I'm trying to ease the tension at hand. That's
Real
it.
shit?
Right?
There's no real shit.
That shit was too real for me.
Yo, listen. People. And I can't. Guys are so upset. I mean, you know, we're collectively frustrated because, you know, the whole courting process is different, you know. It's hard, but interactions like that.
Let me just say something. I think he asked the question, but I think she was, well, it says, considering I told you I have a man, why are you asking that? Maybe they already had conversations prior to this one.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and maybe she, well, yeah, but he was insistent and just
he was
kept
persistent.
Asking.
He was, but I think that, I don't know why she went back. She circled back. She got herself off the hook, but then she circled back and put herself in it. Like she wanted the attention.
Yeah,
Real shit.
Yeah,
real shit.
Because if you real shit me that many times, then God bless you, our conversation's over. It's not even a conversation, really, at that point.
You know, so that person, your identity is always protected here on the end with these submissions. So she was having fun.
Yeah, you
talked
can
about
tell.
it.
Okay.
She said, why do you want to know this stuff? Doesn't make sense. That's just asking another question. It's just opening
It's
more
just,
conversation.
It's rough. And, you know, I mean, fellas, just like shoot your shot. And if you miss, just pretend you just got one of them old school muzzle rifles where you just one shot and then it takes like 10 minutes to reload. Just move on because it's just
and it's okay
terrible.
if you can't reload. You don't reload.
Depending upon the situation,
don't reload. Don't reload. Don't do it.
All right, so that was down in the DM. Yeah, we did it. Another one. So, you know, if you have screenshot conversations that you want to send, again, we change the names, all that good stuff.
Or if they want us to say the name, I don't think.
No. Because
I'm
I'm
sure
not
there's
trying to
people
have
that be
somebody.
like, I don't care, just say my
the name.
I don't care. Well, their
say
name.
the name. I want to
Not the
know.
person that's contacting them, but their name.
Remember, this is also a video. This is just not a podcast. They know what we look like. So, so I don't want no trouble.
I'm nosy. Say the name. I want to know who it is.
Yeah.
I want to know who you are.
But you could reach out to me at DJ Silk on Instagram or the End Podcast on Instagram. Send a DM or whatever, and we can make it work. And so Angie, I want your conversations. And since
I'll send them.
yeah, please do. And since
I delete most of them.
I know. Well, most of the people I asked that I knew had those conversations, they're like, man, I deleted them. I don't, and I understand it's like a turnoff, but have a little fun. Just draw it out a little bit.
I must be super mean. I must be super mean because I don't have these conversations.
I mean, I delete them. I mean, usually women or even men, when they have significant others, they don't want to keep those type of conversations in their Instagram.
No, you don't. I mean, that's evidence. And like this guy right here, Mr. Real Shit. It's like, come on, bro. Just like, can we have a little bit more, a higher level of interaction than just like real shit? And you're a Toys R Us kid and all that stuff. Like,
you putting it out there that you shouldn't mess with me because I ain't shit. Because shit's too real for me.
Oh my gosh, it's craziness. All right, well, so it's time to answer some advice column questions. Are we ready for that?
Sure.
You sure? Okay. And again, if you want our advice, again, at DJ Silk on Instagram or the End Podcast, you can hit us up there. Angie, you want to give or no? Do you
I don't mind.
She's so gangster. She's so North Jersey. I love it. I just love it.
Angie Jerez is Angie_Jerez.
Jerez. Say it right.
Jerez as in zebra.
Because the J is like an H in the Espanol world.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Actually, let me find the notes. Tanya, how you feeling while I'm trying to find these notes?
I'm good. I just on a personal note, if you do need advice, Silk's the one to give it to you. He shoots straight. He doesn't sugarcoat. It's been a couple times he's checked me about my shit, and it was real.
I try to be fair and
he is.
all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. All right. So first question. Hello, I met this guy who I've been seeing for a few weeks now. I'm really attracted to him and I want to have sex, but I'm trying to wait 90 days before doing that to do. Damn, Steve Harvey. It's becoming really hard for me to wait, and I'm wondering if I should go ahead and do it. I don't want him to lose respect for me, and I don't want to ruin the chances of having a real relationship, but I don't think that I can do another 70 days of waiting. What do you think? 70 goddamn days.
Yeah.
Tanya, you're up on deck. Go ahead.
I think times have changed, honestly. Again, it go know the person, conversation. Just sometimes you do gotta say fucking and do it. Fuck them.
All right. I have a totally different answer to that.
Oh shit.
If this guy that you're seeing, you want him and you think he has potential to be your husband and bear your kids, I'm gonna say hold off.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So let's say you hold
off on the 90 days.
You get to that 91st day.
Hold on, Tanya. Don't. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Okay. So
the reason why I'm saying this is, and I read this recently, is because, men are creatures that are by nature, they want to they want to have. And when they do, you're done. All right. So if you see a potential in a guy and you think it's going to be, a good husband or, father to your kids, whatever, you have to have them see your other. What are you looking at me like that? Don't have mercy.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Go ahead, Ange. What are you saying?
So, so if you see the potential, you want to make him wait. Because you want to make him see other things in you. Not just the, coochie.
Okay, is that your... All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say...
So now wait, if it's a fling, someone you like, some fuckboy, you know what? Don't wait. Just, have fun. If it's someone with potential, you want to make them wait.
She invoked the fuckboy clause. All right. Okay. All right. So being the only man here, I'm going to say you need to go ahead and not wait because the truth of the matter is if there's a connection and it's a legit relationship, it doesn't matter. Like I've never disqualified a woman from getting serious with because we had sex.
Well,
first.
that's not what I'm saying.
Let me finish. See, look, see. She's
that's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying, I've also not considered a woman for serious situations because she was like, I want to make him wait. I think chemistry is very important, and I have been in situations where, like, we waited and it was trash. And it's like, oh, my God. And now we're, like, all emotionally involved, and it's like there's just no sexual chemistry there. And so, yeah, no. Just I feel like everybody should work in the space that they're comfortable with. And if you're comfortable with having sex early on, then do it. If you're not comfortable, then don't. But don't
if you're
play
smart,
a game.
wait.
Yeah, but I mean, just I feel like that's playing a game because here's the thing with guys, like once we realize there's a challenge in place, right?
You love challenges,
yeah.
Right, so you have 90 days to imagine.
I think 90 is a little stretching it.
It's I mean, that's 3 months. That's a quarter of a year. That's a whole season.
I wouldn't say maybe 2 months, a couple of weeks.
You have to play it out, but I mean, but to my point, when you make somebody wait for anything, what begins to happen is you start to imagine what it could be like. And I promise you, and I've been around this sun a lot of years, the reality never matches up to the fantasy.
So and what you're saying? The longer they wait, the higher the expectations.
Yes,
absolutely. That build up, and then that letdown.
Like I mean, right? You just like, man, she's gonna be swinging off chandeliers, just gonna get it in, and then it's like, oh my god. So I'm gonna.
You know what? That's not true.
And you've just spent 3 months connecting yourself to someone who just really isn't going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah. You see Howard Stern's smallest penis contest? You can Google that. It's pretty amazing. You know, shout out to the guys that have those issues. I feel bad for you.
I think I saw that.
Someone actually told me about that they do. I was surprised.
Wait,
It was a
Howard Stern had that in his
it's
show, in his radio show.
Yeah, there's video on there. So I just think that the bottom line is if you're putting that kind of time restraint into the relationship, you're taking away from the authenticity and the organic nature of it. You need to just go with the flow.
And even if you don't tell him that you have that time frame, you have that time frame that you've built up. You're working within that. So when that 91st day comes, you give it to him. And it could be great. It could be mind-blowing. It could be the best sex you've ever had. But at the end of the day, when he's done, he's done.
Right. He might be like, all right, 91, I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next question. Let's say, hello, I've been married for 10 years, and my husband and I have fallen into a very boring routine. He and I are pretty good at communicating, and so we had a discussion about how stale our life has become. We each started making suggestions. I suggested a weekly date night, and he did me one better and expressed his want to go to a swingers club. Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Maybe they should read
one extreme to another.
I was really shocked and kind of scared of his suggestion. He promised me that him wanting to go wasn't about being with other women. It was just a curiosity that he's had. I told him absolutely not, which led him into a big argument. Since then, things have been icy between us. Well, he's the one with the attitude. I'm not comfortable with the idea of going, but I also don't want this to come between our marriage. What should I do?
Go.
Go at least once. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry.
I mean, they're bored.
Right.
They want to try something different. Maybe trying something different will make them realize, well, we have each other. Let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
And it's not saying that you have to go and do anything. They're just saying, he's saying that they want to go.
Curious, and
right.
He's curious.
It's like date night when
set
you've been
boundaries.
married.
Let's go, and this is what's going to happen. Then we go home, or
right. I mean, when you're in a relationship of marriage, you have to at least entertain each other's want because you're kind of stuck, right?
That goes right back to
sinful pleasures. Yeah,
sinful pleasures.
There you go.
These two they weren't having that conversation, and that's where it led to.
See, there you go. All right, so we are all on the same page of they should. Yeah. Go check it out. Have a good time. Be open minded about it. All right, my boyfriend of 5 years and I were having a discussion about spicing up our bedroom activities. You people are having a lot of sexual issues, clearly. We've enjoyed a pretty good sex life, and we both want to keep the flame going. We started sharing our fantasies, and he told me that he fantasized about me pegging him.
Oh.
I'm completely blown away and confused about this. Is he gay or bisexual? I've never questioned his sexuality until now because he's never gave me a reason to, but now I'm unsure. Should I participate?
all right. So someone needs to explain to me what the hell pegging.
Oh, you don't know what pegging is?
It's like
What
a
time you
pegs
go?
with pegs, like peggings,
don't know what pegging is?
like actual pegs, like pegging.
Don't know what pegging is.
Tanya, go with your answers. You'll pick up.
Well, no. I have a visual right now.
You have a visual, and I believe that your visual is correct. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I appreciate the fact that he's being honest and open about what he wants, what he's looking to try, and he's comfortable enough to share with her, because that's a sensitive subject.
All right.
I just don't know if I would be able to do that. Maybe, I don't know.
If I'm thinking what pegging is, let me just tell you something. That doesn't make him gay. I don't think so. A lot of men are afraid of trying things like that because they may feel that maybe they are, maybe they are gay or whatever, but that doesn't have to do anything with being gay.
That's what I said. It's major that he could share that with her.
It's all right. So yes, Angie. And for all of you guys that don't know, pegging is when if you're with a woman, she would put a strap-on device and have anal sex. So there is, as you
and
said,
there's many different
of
devices that they use
Right.
for pegging too.
Right. So to answer her question about like the homosexuality or bisexuality, no, that is not homosexual or bisexual, because actually the male G-spot is in the prostate, which is in your ass, right? And he's not asking for a man to peg him. He's asking for a female. There's nothing male related. Now he pulls out a dildo, a big, maybe this is like, all right, I got questions now.
Also depends on the size.
Right. Like, oh, you might be experienced. No, there's nothing gay. There's nothing bisexual about it. You should not question his sexuality, and you should actually make sure you don't make him regret being open and honest in communication, because communication is what will make or break a relationship. In terms of you participating, and why not? I mean, what's the, like, put the strap on and like,
I think you should experience everything at least once. Try it.
She might be afraid that, he experienced it once and then that's all he wants to do.
She might actually enjoy doing that with him. You don't know.
Apparently, I don't know because I don't have any experience with this, but I
don't either.
I believe that the strap on, like those harnesses, when you put their stimulation for the female as well. So it's pushing back into her. So it's just not aerobic activity. It is, So yeah, I mean,
lots of visuals right now.
But that sexual connection right there, the foreplay with that, that's a whole episode right there.
Is it? Look, she's
I'm very
book.
visual, so
yeah,
I see this going.
She's it's another book. It's another book. I love it.
There actually is a. No, I won't tell you.
No, they got to get the book. They got to get the book, Sinful Pleasures. They got to get the book.
I won't tell you.
All right. So that was the advice. We're done with that.
That was good.
Yeah. So, it's time to close, and I didn't even tell you guys about this part, but so this is the part where we say goodbye, but we also kind of go over if we learned anything, have we grown? We get a chance to talk about if we learned or grown. We know that Angie's now learned about pegging.
Yeah. Well, I learned the actual name for it.
Oh, that's lovely. So Tanya,
yes,
Miss LaRue, did you learn anything from this experience?
I just learned that I'm truly comfortable with where things are now, and I know that there's a lot more to come, and that a lot of people have some sexual questions that we definitely need to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Angie.
I learned about pegging.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well,
that might have been my favorite moment.
See, look, man, the gooch, aka Tanya's
right?
husband, he's gonna be like, he better watch out. Like, honey, I got ideas. We gotta spice things up.
No, that won't happen. That won't happen.
Well, what I learned is that 10 years, 1 year, 20 years, it doesn't matter. Just get started. Don't let time dictate your pace. Just move at whatever pace you need to move at and get it done.
Definitely take time out of the equation. Mm-hmm. Just don't stop doing something. Whatever it is that you want to do, just don't stop doing it.
Absolutely. So, how can they find you, Tanya?
T.J LaRue. T.J LaRue. LARUE. TJLaRue.com. I'm on all social media.
Okay, very consistent. Angie, how can they find you?
So either AngieJerez.com.
AngieJerez.com.
That's AngieJerez.
Don't forget the underscore between that, right?
That's the one off my website. That's for Instagram. But if they go to my website, all my social media accounts are there.
Okay, all right. And I'm at DJ Silk. That's DJ SILK. And then, the In Podcast. That's also the Instagram account. And, That's it. So thank you for tuning in. Until the next time. Hey, make sure you subscribe and tell your people to subscribe and check us out, okay? And leave comments and all that good stuff, all right?
You definitely want to be part of this experience. I promise you.
Absolutely. Until the next time, guys, take it easy.